You can now buy a two-wheel drive version of Ford's big 7-seater Everest. This is it. And it looks exactly like the four-wheel drive. The only difference being is that those back wheels are the ones that are doing all the pushing. So, what's the point? Is it any less capable off-road? Does it still tow well? And is it true it's got a thing for an Aussie accent? The point is this: the majority of people who buy SUVs aren't going off-road. They don't need four-wheel drive. And Ford knows this. Let's be honest with ourselves. We like SUVs because we like being high up. We like being high up like those kings on the little stretcher things that they used to carry them around on in the olden days. We like lording it over everybody else. We also love them because they're practical. They've got big boots and 7 seats like this one, and it's easy to get kids in and out and all your gear which goes in. Good storage. That's why we like SUVs. And a two-wheel drive Everest is going to save you money as well in terms of fuel. You're not having to drive those front wheels, so you don't have to pay to power them. Now, Australians love a bit of a tow. We're a nation of towers. We'll tow anything. Caravans, boats, trailers. If it's not nailed down, we'll tow it. And even if it is nailed down, we'll try and tow it. And you'll be happy to know that the rear-wheel drive Everest has exactly the same brake towing capacity as the four-wheel drive Everest. That's 3,000 kilograms, and that's a lot. So what you need to know is that the rear-wheel drive Everest is only available in the trend spec, and that's the middle of the Everest range. And what you really want to know as well is that the rear-wheel drive trend costs about $5,000 less than the all-wheel drive trend, which is good. We all love saving a bit of money. So what else is new? Well, in this rear-wheel drive version of the Everest, Ford has given it its latest media system. It's called Sync 3. And this latest one is quicker, it's got better graphics, better screen, but it also likes an Aussie accent, and we can test it out right now. Apparently it's been tuned to understand Australian. So let's give it a go.
Please say a command.
Call the missus.
Calling Kim Ipsos on mobile.
No, that's not the right, that's not, no. Disconnected, right. Alright, calling an ex-girlfriend. Probably not the best thing. Sync 3 also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus SatNav. The rear-wheel drive Everest in the Trend grade comes with the same standard features as the four-wheel drive Trend. There's a reversing camera, auto wipers, dual zone climate control, 4 12-volt power outlets and 2 USBs, 18-inch alloys, trailer sway control, lane keeping assist and lane departure warning, and of course 7 seats. So in converting this from a four-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive, they've also lost a whole lot of weight. They've lost about 98 kilos of hardware which was used to send the drive to the front wheels. When they did that, then they had to retune all the suspension and the steering. And what you've got is an SUV which handles and rides differently to the four-wheel drive. It handles better. It rides better. It steers better. So that improvement in the ride and in the steering and in the handling makes this a far more civilized beast. It's perfect for the city, where you don't want to feel like you're driving a piece of farming equipment around, inner city streets. And that's a big deal for a body-on-frame SUV. One of the reasons why the rear-wheel drive handles a bit better is because there's less weight hanging out past the front axle now that the hardware to drive the front wheels is gone. But wait, although the ride and handling is better, let's be super clear. It's better than a four-wheel drive Everest, not better than a car-based SUV such as a Territory.
And just because it's a rear-wheel drive doesn't mean you can't leave the bitumen. This has got the same 225mm ground clearance as the four-wheel drive, and it's also got the same 800mm wading depth that the four-wheel drive has too. Also the same is the 3.2 litre 5-cylinder turbo diesel engine under the bonnet. So there you have it, Ford's rear-wheel drive Everest. It's definitely not a soft-roader, but then again, it's not a hardcore off-roader either. But for so many Australians, that's perfect. To read our full review, click on this little guy right here. Oh, and subscribe. That way you can stay on top of all our latest videos.